Lovelies, my name is Jessica and welcome to Makeup.misfit, and I have the first update for my Alice in Wonderland project. Now this is something that I did create. I created this about 4 or 5 years ago. I had it on my channel for the 1 year. I decided to stop it, but I missed it, so I brought it back last year and I really enjoyed it, so I wanted to bring it back again. Now last year I had Anouk Dominique Rose here on YouTube along with Panning with Kezia join me, and then over on Instagram I had Robin Panning 5398, I have it all in front of me here, and How I Met Helen join me as well. I really enjoyed watching their progress. I don't know if any of these four will be joining me again. I really do hope that Anouk does. She's done a couple of my projects and I love watching her progress. So I really do hope that she at least joins back this year, but I don't know if she's going to. But I do have a couple new people joining, which is super exciting. Here on YouTube, we have Andy from Makeup and Mundane and possibly Still Stuff. I am crossing my fingers so hard for this one. And then over on Instagram, we have Little Gemini Doll, which is really exciting as well. So if you are interested, please let me know and I will throw you down in the description box with everybody else if you are looking to join this project. Basically, what you're gonna do is choose anywhere between 3 and 5 products, and you want to just make sure that you complete best that you can. I definitely bombed this project last year and it's my own project. You want to basically complete all 12 prompts, not 12 prompts, all 23 prompts within the 12-month span. So basically, if you roll a prompt and you don't have an item for that, you can put it off to the side and pick that prompt up at a later date once you do have something that you think would fit that prompt a little bit better. However, you do have to make sure that you actually do use it. Panning with Kezia, she completed this project rather early last year, which was really exciting, getting to see, people fly through this. As long as you finish all of the prompts before the year is up, you have officially completed the project and won the project, I guess. But anyways, I think it's really fun and a fun little challenge. So I was really excited to bring it back this year. I'm working on 3 prompts and I rolled all 3 of those in at the intro, obviously. So I do have them in front of me here. I'm going to go over them with you guys, what I had selected. And the very first prompt is Alice in Wonderland. So this was your newest product. Now this can be the newest product in any sort of category. It doesn't have to be like the very last thing that you bought. If you want to use your newest blush, but you bought it a few months prior and you bought something else since, it doesn't really matter. Just your newest product. And what I decided to go with was something that was actually very new to my collection, a product that I had in my collection a very long time ago. I had completely finished off and absolutely loved and adored it, and I finally repurchased it, and that is the Fenty Killawatt highlighter, and this one is in Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal. My goal was to completely wear away the embossment on both sides of the pan. So this had been untouched when I rolled it in last month, and this is where we are sitting at now. So you can see that there has been usage. In this side right here, you can kind of see where the brush mainly hits. I do try to swipe the whole pan best that I can, and I kind of go over it about 3 or 4 times, pick up product, use it on both sides of my face, and then I move over to the other side. So each little piece of pan in here has the exact same amount of usage. What those numbers are, I'm not 100%, but I do feel like I've been getting rather good use on this product over the last few months. You can see it a little bit more on this side, and this embossment looks to be worn away just slightly bit more than this one here, but again, it could just be the formula in that sense. And I go in with this one first, and then I top it off with this one, and I really love this highlighter. I am wearing it today, and again, I swipe over it so many times, throw it on, move on to the next side, swipe over it the exact same amount of times, throw it on, and then we're good. So I think it's gonna take me still a little bit longer before I can roll this product out, but that's okay. I do enjoy it. I'm not in a rush to get this product out to move on, but I am happy that it's been getting a little bit of love lately, and I really did miss this highlighter, so I am happy that it's back into my collection. Next is the prompt, It's Only a Dream. So this was something that is a limited edition or it's discontinued. And I pulled in my Mercury Retrograde palette from Huda. You guys have seen this so many times before, including this project last year. And my goal was to hit side pan on the shade Crash right here. Now, because I was so close to hitting side pan at the bottom, I said that I didn't want to focus that way and I wanted to give myself a bit more of a challenge and try and hit one, mainly this side pan right here, because there was a lot more product. That side had the most product left, or even the top pan here. But one of these two I felt was kind of too simple in a way. Now, I don't have a photo of what it looked like at the intro, but I do know I've been making some really good progress and I can see a slight pan expansion in there. I wear this every single day in my crease, even just the tiniest amount. I've been dipping into this and I've really been enjoying it. I've been pairing it with a lot of different pinks, and you guys will see why in just a second. But I've also been pairing it with a couple of like the peach shades in here and giving myself more of a fall-ish, peachy, orangey kind of look. And I've really been enjoying it. But this shade here, I've been wearing every single day. So again, I can see a slight pan expansion. And I do think it's going to take a bit of time before I actually hit pan on this side, or even if I start to kind of focus up here. But I think this is the side that I'm really aiming towards. And I'm happy with the progress. Eventually, this palette is going to be completely finished to the best of its ability, which is kind of what my goal is. I have also been wearing these two a little bit when I dip into the pinks in this palette. I will reach for a Crash, and then I will also reach for these two and sometimes this one. And then when I go with the peachier tones, I do end up using these two golds right here on the lid just to get a little bit more use on this palette, even though those aren't exactly focus shades at the moment. I do want to kind of show the palette a little bit more love and not just focus on one shade at a time, even though I'm probably going to have at least one focus shade in this palette throughout some projects this year. I'm thinking. Not entirely sure how I want to go about it, but this is definitely a palette that I want to completely finish off to the best that I can at some point. And then last but not least is the Queen of Hearts. So this is like a must-have in your beauty routine, and I always have to wear a blush, and I wanted to go with a brand new blush to my collection, which I also could have thrown in for the Alice in Wonderland prompt because it is brand new to my collection, but I decided to throw it into here, and this is my Tower 28 blush in Felice Fresh. I'm not even gonna try pronouncing that, but this is a hot pink blush that I wear rather regularly, especially because it's summertime right now. It matches my nail polish, which I think it did in the intro as well. And I wanted to wear away the embossment in here, and I've been doing pretty well. From back here, it looks like it's gone, but it's not. It is still there, but it is not as prominent, and it's so exciting to see that even though I've been dipping into this a little bit because of how bright it is, I've still been able to get a lot of the embossment worn away on this pan, and I'm super excited about it. Now with this highlighter, I don't always wear my Fenty highlighter. I tend to wear my Fenty highlighter when I wear my Rare Beauty orange highlight or orange blush. This one I usually wear my Bitter Lace Beauty highlighter with, but today I'm actually wearing both of these together. I do really like the combination of that too, but because my Bitter Lace Beauty highlighter, which you will see in a couple more days, has that pink shift to it, the pink, glitter and whatnot, I feel like it looks better with this one. So I do like to pair those two together a lot. But I have been making some really good progress, and I'm really, really excited about it. Now, because I'm not rolling anything out, I do want to roll in one new product. Now, this is probably going to be rolled out next month, but I think I'm going to up it to at least 4 products right now. So we're gonna see what I end up getting, if my phone ever wants to come back here. So we are going to find what I'm looking for. That might be a good idea. Okay. So I have 23 prompts in this project, and I have 1 through 23 already set there. So I'm just going to select one. We have number 21, and that is the prompt, Wake Up Alice, Wake Up. So this is a this is a product that you regret having, you wish you didn't own, something along those lines. So let me go sort through my collection, see what I have that I want to pull into this, and we will find out some goals, and I will be right back. Okay, so I came up with something rather quickly. Now, you guys haven't, like, I've never used this product in a project before. You guys have probably seen it in my collection videos, but because it's a product, like, I really, and I've talked about this before, it's an eyeshadow palette. Because I really, really wanted this, I finally bought it, and I have barely, if at all, used it since I've purchased it. And now it's just something that I just really wish I didn't buy. It is a regret purchase as much as I wanted it before. It is the palette that got me into warm tones, which I absolutely love wearing. I like warm toned eyeshadow, but for some reason this palette is just not giving me what I was hoping it was going to when I originally saw it, wanted it, bought it, all of that. This is my Tartelette Toasted palette, and this is extremely disappointing, especially because, like I said, I have barely reached for this palette at all. So this is, you know, that's lovely. This palette has been on my mind to declutter for a little while now. And sometimes I feel like I can do it, and then other times I feel like I can't let it go yet. I do have some usage in here, a little bit more than I actually thought. The shade right here, Cashmere, you know, the Tarte embossment has been worn away. A couple of them have, but I have also dropped this palette before, and a couple of the shades have fallen out. They easily went back in, but there's little chips in some of the shades, and I just think that this is something that I'm really not going to get the use and the love on this palette that I was hoping I really would be. Now, what I'm going to do is throw it in for this prompt, but I'm going to put a little bit of a spin on it. And I'm going to, because it's also fall time coming up, it is still August. We're not getting into that just yet. But I am going to give myself, I was just going to give myself 1 month, but I am going to give myself 3 months. If I do not reach for this palette at all, so, well, September, October, November. If I don't reach for this palette by the end of the year, November, December, I'll decide exactly when I want to. I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to declutter it. Probably November, the 3 months. I'll stick with that. If I do not use this palette by my November update for this project, I will declutter this. I will consider this prompt met because my goal is to try and reach for this. But my goal is really to see if I want to reach for it, to see if this is a palette that I'm actually going to declutter or not. And if I do use it and I don't mind it and I do enjoy it, I will maybe hold on to it. But considering how long I have had this for, which has only really been a few years, I definitely didn't buy this like when it came out at all. I held off for quite a long time, and it was just wanting it. It was that, like, I don't know, something about this just like had a hold on me. And now that I have it, I've reached for it a bit, but like nothing like I had really hoped I was going to. So if I don't reach for this palette very much, if at all, by the time my November update comes around, I will be decluttering this palette and I will consider this goal met. So this is going to be a little twist, a little bit different, but I'm kind of excited to use this prompt in that way because I really need to make a decision on what to do with this palette, because like I said, a part of me is okay with decluttering it and then, or think I'm going to, and then a part of me is just like, no, I'm not ready for that yet, and I hold on to it still. So I need to really make a decision, and because I've never had this in a project, to make sure I try and focus on it. If I do pull it into here to try and focus on it, then I will really know whether or not I'm actually going to use this or not, or if it's just going to still continue to stick around and hang out in my collection with no use on it at all. So again, little to no use by November. This palette will be decluttered. So that is my goal, to see if I'm actually going to use it or if I'm going to declutter it. I want to complete hitting side pan on the shade Crash in here. And then both of these, I'm wearing away the embossments, and I'm slowly but surely getting there, and it's really exciting and really fun to use. I do enjoy them. So that is it for this update. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you have been enjoying this project. Again, if you haven't yet, but you are looking to join in on this project with me and everybody else, please let me know down below. I would love to have you. I've been so excited that new people are joining in on this. I think it is so much fun, and I'll throw you down there so you can join the club and have just as much fun as everybody else. So thank you once again, and I will see you guys all later. Bye.